everybody. Happy Monday. Keela Fowler here. I'm the founder and CEO of 85 Beauty, and this is 85 Beauty Talks. Every Monday I come on here and go live, and I typically give you a quick, 15 minutes or less makeup tip or technique or some kind of advancement of your makeup skill set that is going to make makeup easy and accessible for you. And so that is what I normally do on Mondays, but I got a request for a makeup tutorial, and there is not going to be a better time than right now to do it because I don't have any makeup on my face. Y'all, that wasn't the plan. It just happened to be my first day back at work as a school teacher. I have not, don't worry, I don't have students yet. But needless to say, I am out of the routine of getting ready really fast when it comes to doing my makeup in the morning. So I didn't do any. That wasn't the plan. But this particular look, which is on my Instagram, is the look we're going for today. I hope you can see it well enough. And you can go to my Instagram. It's the one where I have the coral and turquoise earrings. So we're going to do that look. I'm going to kind of keep my picture as a reference right over here. One of the things I am going to do, though, is make that look more easy and accessible because it's a lot of steps and a lot of colors. I keep telling you that when it comes to eyeshadows, especially a lot of eyeshadow looks, the more that you blend, the better the overall look is going to be. But I want to also be mindful of the fact that, not so many people are going to have 15 colors in an eyeshadow palette. So I'm just going to use one. I know. Because I use 4 different eyeshadow palettes and dipped in and out of either of them. So I could, quite frankly, as I'm looking, I could do this look with either this ColourPop palette. I don't even think they release new things all the time. I don't even know if they make this anymore. Hi Sarah. Yeah, if you're here, say hi so that I know. So I can do this look with y'all. It's a situation with this palette, or I could do it with this palette. I know that Tarte still sells this palette. This is the Unleashed palette. So 2 different price points, much more affordable, a little pricier. And y'all, all of my brushes are clean. They're clean, clean babies. Yesterday, I was like, I'm getting my life together. I'm going to clean all my brushes, and I'm going to do all my laundry. Y'all, I never worked so hard on a Sunday. I'm exhausted. It was worth it, but dude, all the things. Hi, Lenise. Long Monday. Yeah, gosh, was this a long Monday. So I'm going to jump into it. Let's just get going. Quite frankly, it's really just the eye look that I think I don't want to use any of the brushes. They're so clean. I'm like, can we leave them that way? Just don't touch them. It's fine. Yeah, it's really just the eye look that I think somebody wanted to see, and it's also so much faster to do that. Not to mention, who's even seeing the rest of your face right now? Seriously. So I put concealer as a base. I always do this. This is not new. This isn't surprising. And then I do a little bit of pressed powder just to kind of seal it, lock it into place. And then I use a eyeshadow primer. It's in here somewhere. Here's the thing. Every time I clean up again, I'm like, everything's so clean. But where is everything? Because you put it back where it belongs, and it's pretty little bags and boxes and drawers, and now I can't find anything because it used to just be sitting out, splayed in front of me, where I would run out of a place to put my computer. Because that happens too, just for funsies. Okay, I'm going to fill in my eyebrows with a brow pencil. That I can find really fast. I have, for the last few days, just been using my brow flick from Glossier. I really like that defined every single lash, not lash, I keep saying that, every single brow hair look. It's been really fun, but I just want to get a quick brow on. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, my text messages. I forgot that my phone volume was on. I typically don't have my phone's normally on vibrate. Um, but when I'm expecting someone to call or text, I turn my volume on because inevitably I'll miss the vibration. Do you do that too? Or am I the only person? I can't be alone in that. That's not real. Ooh, just realized you can't see what's happening. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay, I'm seriously trying to be quick about this because this part isn't really all that important. Like, I mean, of course brows are important, but it's really about the eyeshadow. Okay, we've got enough of a brow. Then I really could have done that beforehand, but y'all, I just went back to school. I've literally gotten home and laid on my couch, just like restoring myself before I go to bed. Because you need like the nap before sleep time, because by the time I go to sleep, like my mind starts spinning and I start thinking about all the many, many things that I could be doing, should be doing. Oh, it's a mess. So we are going to use this palette. I'm going to go into this. Ooh, actually, yeah. We'll use this one. I'm going to go into this kind of like skin tone color and just dab a little bit of this dark. I need something in between these two colors. So I'm just going to dab both of them. So that's what you can do. If you find there's a color that's missing in your palette, you're like, man, I really wish I had something in between. Whoa, in between this color and this color, dab into both of them and blend them. And then you can just, ooh, eyeshadow primer. Said I was gonna use eyeshadow primer. I almost made a mistake. Quite frankly, you know what? I'm not gonna use primer because I don't need this to last. It's coming off my eyes as soon as I get off of here. So that's why I would use primer though, because it would make sure that my eyeshadow lasts. It also tends to make sure that your eyeshadow goes on smooth, but I've already, I just put powder down, so it is gonna go on smooth enough. So it's fine, totally fine. But if you find, especially if you're oily, or if you, some people are oily all over, but they have oily eyelids, eyeshadow primer will help tremendously. Thinking of buying a new eyeshadow palette. Can you recommend a good one? I have not bought an eyeshadow palette in a while on purpose because I already have, I mean, I won't say too many, but I have enough that I don't need any more eyeshadow palettes right now. You can't get this right now, so I'm sorry, but Tati Beauty, this is a great palette. I've endless possibilities with this thing. It's so good. It's beautiful. Lots of different finishes. It lasts all day. Gorgeous pigment. She's not selling them right now. Like, she had to close down her distribution because of COVID for right now, but I know that she's planning on coming back. Um, you know who has a new palette that I'm interested in though? There's a new Urban Decay palette. It's like this. Let's see if I can find what it's called. I just watched a thing on it. A thing, a video. Urban Decay. Ultraviolet, the Urban Decay Ultraviolet palette. Oh, it's pretty, but it's also $49. Like, just so that's what I'm talking about, right? Like, makeup's expensive, but I don't need. But look at those colors, y'all. Like, seriously, how pretty are those, right? But I don't need to spend $50 on yet another eyeshadow palette at this moment. Maybe later, but not right now. Okay, so we've got our crease color in. I'm gonna take this shimmery, goldy kind of color right here I'm going to use the side of the brush because I want to cover a lot of space. When you want to cover the lot of space, you want to use the side of the brush, okay? So turn it on its side, the flat side, the longest piece, and then I'm just going to press this all over the middle center area of my eyelid. Urban Decay Primer Potion is a really good primer. You could also use the NARS primer. It's a tube and it's white. I don't really use other primers because they don't necessarily do what they say they're going to do. I just switched to a different fluffy brush. Now I'm going to go into this kind of more orange, this goldy orangey kind of gold color. Actually, I'm going to use the same brush first because I'm going to change that in a second. And I'm going to dab this on the outside of where I put that first gold and the inner corner area. So we got the outside and the inside. Okay, now I can switch to a brush, clean brush. I'm gonna go into this dark brown and I'm just fluffing this onto this outer corner of the eye. Gorge, yeah, there you go. It's gorge. And doing the same on this side. It really would have helped if I had, ooh. Okay. Now I'm going to start to just blend this into my crease. Just added a little bit more color. That dark brown color. I need to take another look at the picture because I was playing around when I put together that look. It wasn't like a, I'm going to do this, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do this. It was very much a, ooh, that's fun. What will we do? Chicken. Okay. I need something kind of orangey. There's nothing orangey in this palette that isn't shimmery, so I'm sorry. The question is, do I stay true to one palette, or do I achieve the look the way that actually is? All right, I'm gonna stay true. I'm gonna go into this color, dab a little bit of that goldy orange and blend that into the crease. This is not gonna be the same because the crease was matte in the picture. But I want to try to show you how you can use one palette to kind of recreate a look that you see. You don't need a ton of stuff. Sure, it's nice to have it from time to time, and sometimes there's a particular color that you need. Like, it's this orange. This is the orange I need. Right? Whoa, you can't see that. This orange is the color I need. I'm aware of that. What you could do instead, okay, I could use, like, this orange blush, right? So you can use other things. Actually, I'm going to do that. It's a perfect answer to a problem. Because my crease in that picture is actually just like really warm and pretty. It's not really dark. So it doesn't really make sense to put a lot of dark shadow in there. That way, I haven't cheated. I'm still using one eyeshadow palette. I've just also made the most of truly achieving the look. Okay, now underneath I have a bit of like a copper kind of eyeliner. Now this is unexpected. This is right in the center of the under eye area. So notice I'm not going all the way in or all the way out. I'm just keeping it right here. Gosh, that light is bright. Woo! I stared right into the middle of the sun. And then you're gonna take this light turquoise, just like a tiny little, like any kind of smudgy blendy brush, and put that right into the inner third of the under eye area. And then go into this kind of teal color. That goes on the outer third. There are so many bright lights around me right now. My eyes are on fire. And then I think that's mostly the look with mascara. Let's double check. Okay. I need a little more. So I'm just going to zoom in for you. I don't know that you can really see it too well. But that's the look we're going for. So got most of the color correct. I think I went a little more that light blue. Yeah, I kind of crossed it to make it a little more kind of silvery. Okay. And then it's a tad bit darker just out here. So I'm just going to tap that dark brown color. Just again, this dark brown. It's just on the eyelid. I just concentrated it right on the lid, but this like outer corner here. Okay, and then we curl our lashes. Now, typically I wouldn't do any under eye stuff until I did mascara first. So I'm going to be very careful in how I apply my mascara. Not my mascara, I meant concealer. Oh my gosh. See, when you do things out of order, me, you sometimes also talk out of order, me. Part of it is that it's the end of a long day and I'm trying to make sense when my brain is kind of close to mush already. So what I'm trying to say is that I typically would have done my under eye concealer before doing the under eye eyeshadow, just so that I would have like a nice clean canvas under there. It always makes everything else like pop and look prettier. And then you can see exactly where you're going too in terms of placement of color. So I'm trying to add concealer and cover my under eye darkness without blending it into my eyeshadow that's down there. That's why you'd want to do this particular step before you do anything in the under eye. So I would have already done my foundation. I would have done my eyes first, left the under eye blank, then done my foundation, concealer, powder, all that jazz, and then come back with adding the under eye color in terms of the eyeshadow. But just for today's purpose, we can figure that out. There we go. Okay. Mascara. I'm using the Collab The Bomb mascara right now, which is really nice for volume. Really, really nice for volume. You want to tilt your mirror down. I've told you. I've told you. Definitely want to have your mirror tilted down. That way you can get every individual lash without getting mascara all over the top of your eyelid, because that's annoying. No one likes that. Now, quite frankly, I think no matter what kind of makeup look you're doing, it always looks, I got concealer on my computer. I get makeup everywhere. It's my personal computer, so it's okay. I mean, like, it's not okay. Like, maybe just don't get makeup on your computer, Keela. But still, it's not like it's my school computer. That won't be happening. What I was saying is that I always think eye makeup, any makeup, really looks best when you have like a full base done, even if that means that you only have like a bit of concealer here or there blended in the areas that you need it on the face, and then some powder if you're oily like me. So, I mean, this to me is not going to look as nice as it could if I don't do something to the skin. So I'm going to, because I can't deliver like a somewhat okey doke look. Like, that's rude. I got to give you the full kind of picture of what it could be. I do have bottom mascara on. But understand, I'm not putting on like a full foundation kind of thing because it just doesn't require that. So we'll just put like a few dots of concealer in the places where it can just kind of even things out. Take a little brush, blendy, blendy, blend. Ooh, that tickles. I haven't used this brush in a while. This brush has been dirty for the longest time in the dirty pile of brushes that has been sitting in a baggie since I first moved in here last year. But that whole bag is clean now. All the brushes, well, except for like the 7 I've used today. But beyond that, all of the other ones are super clean and lovely. I'm very excited about it. But it is a vicious cycle, right? Like you use the brushes, then you have to clean them again. And then you clean the brushes, then you have to use them again, and then you have to clean them again. It never ends. It's worth it. It's totally fine. I did not use that. I used a gold highlighter. Dude. Let me add a little bronzer. And the same blush that I used the same blush I used in my crease, I'm going to put on my face. For the love, I cannot. Oh gosh, I've got concealer falling everywhere. This is what happens when you have too much crap in your makeup bag. Like, good God, Keela, get it together. Okay, so put on some bronzer. Oh, I did not mean to do this because the bronzer brush that I love and have been neglecting because it was dirty, but now it's clean. Y'all, this bad boy. It's so clean. It smells delicious. But like it's so good. This is my favorite. I love you. It's so great. Okay, so bronzer, feel better already. And then we take a little bit of highlighter, which typically I would use what's the thing I'm thinking of? A sponge. I'd use a sponge. My sponge is dirty. The sponge is the only thing that's dirty right now. Everything else is clean. So I'll just use my fingers and just tap, 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 tap. This is the Glossier Night Shine. Yeah, we just had like a little delicious, not sparkly, just like this beautiful sheen of a highlighter. And listen, I can either be fast or I can be clean. I can't be both when it comes to doing makeup. Whoa, that blush is... There's no powder on my face. No wonder it's doing that. It's splotchy because I didn't powder my skin. And that's what happens sometimes when you put a powder product on top of skin that isn't powdered, is that it gets blotchy. That's not cute. Oh God, I'm a wreck. It's okay though, right? You still get the basics. And then I finish it off with Fenty Beauty Fenty Glow lip gloss. I don't know why everybody's texting me right now. Typically not that popular. On my phone, that is. Thanks, Lenise, for extending your, it's okay. So this is the look. This is the look. It actually doesn't take this long when I'm not talking through the look and dropping all of my stuff. You know what I mean? But the great thing about this is that you're using a lot of color, right? Typically, I think most people don't wear blue eyeshadow for like an everyday look, but I think if you want to use color, right? Purples and blues and oranges and stuff, you can use them. You just want to use them in appropriate places. What makes it appropriate? One, because you say that it's okay for you to wear it. That's really my philosophy. Like, if you want to wear it, put it on your face. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. But eyeliner, like putting it like just a dash underneath the eye in the inner corner, right? Like in the crease, but blend it out. There's so many locations and places that you can put color that's going to look really pretty and fun, but not like, oh gosh, is she going to Carnival? Because, well, I mean, if you are, have a great time. Okay, that's the look. I hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you next week. I will be much more rested and ready for more 85 Beauty Talks next week, and I will see you super soon. Stay fabulous. Bye, y'all.